Okay. My name is Ellie. I'm 20 years old. I am a double major in college, computer science and math. And I work in web development, web security, and IT. I've been programming for a long while, and I'm really interested in tech and STEM and computers. So let's hear it for you, Marco.
Right, that was very interesting. So, my name is Marco. I am 21. I'm a full-time cybersecurity student pursuing an associate in applied science, and I'm a curious person who loves to learn. And currently in our class, we're studying in order to take our Network Plus exam for the CompTIA in about a month and a half. And my background is that I just started my cybersecurity studies about a year ago. So I just got into this field and yeah, I will update you guys on my progress. But currently I'm loving it so far and I'm very motivated to learn.
That's good. That's really good. Actually, that kind of leads me into my first question. Um, what made you choose cybersecurity in the first place, or tech? What drew you to the industry?
So originally in high school and just my whole life I was never really I never had a really solid choice a solid future that I was like looking forward to. My whole mindset was just like I have no idea what I like what my future consists of. I'm just like living my life right now. So it was kind of like depressing because like I was not motivated and stuff. I was just like kind of there in high school and just passing by. But college and then I went to college and I started as a systems engineering major because everyone tells you to go to college and I was just following what my parents were saying and just going with the flow, right? So so I just decided to study systems engineering and I tried it out for a year and it just didn't really call me. And um yeah, so and then my plan B, I remember I had a plan B and I actually remember the our I don't know if no yes our someone from our co local college came to speak at our high school about cybersecurity that they're opening a new program and I told myself in high school with my friend I was like yeah, if nothing else works, I'm just gonna try cybersecurity as like a plan B. So this was basically my plan B, but um, yeah, because I didn't know what I wanted to do because I didn't like systems engineering at the time. So yeah, I was looking into cybersecurity, and so far, at first I was a bit iffy because like I had no idea whether I was gonna like it or not. I was actually very scared to transition, but so far I'm liking it, and I'm really invested in it, and it's great.
Well, that's good. Actually, I think that I might have gotten the same talk at my local high school. Um, because I remember like them talking about that they were creating new computer technology degrees and classes, and so that is part of what got me interested in taking the community college route first. I mean, I am transferring and getting another degree, but that's what part of what helped me tip towards that position. And honestly, I don't regret it at all. It's been really nice. I mean, we have pretty small class sizes. You get to really learn more on a personal level from our professors,
Yep.
and there's just more of an opportunity, more personalized learning, if that makes sense.
Yes, I get you 100% on that, and I agree on you. with that.
Because I think it would be so different if I had to take a programming fundamentals class with 100 other freshmen,
Hmm.
whereas like there's no real personalized learning. Um, so I'm kind of glad. Well, I'm really glad I went this route. Um, I think it's a route that a lot more people should consider.
The local route, local,
Hmm?
like the local.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I agree. Um, you just learn way more because you
Uh,
get that one-on
yeah.
interaction with your professor. And I didn't get
Or
that.
at least for my learning style. I mean, everyone's learning style is different.
That's true. Some people do like prefer online and just like self-paced, I guess. Um, but I really like learning from a knowledgeable person. I feel like that's the fastest way I do learn, and that's how it sticks to me by like getting hands-on experience by someone that's knowledgeable, and then they kind
Did
of
you
like
have
mentor me
any?
in a way.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that they kind of mentor me in a way.
Yeah, that is true. Did you have any tech experience beforehand?
So I grew up playing video games. I always had the illusion, that like little dream of building my own computer so I could run Minecraft like super fast. Um, but yeah, I was just a gamer, but I never really got hands-on with the technology. I never really built my computer until recently. Um,
Hmm.
and no programming experience, just purely gaming, and that's it. So I barely transitioned about a year ago. So I'm like just fresh.
Mm, yeah, I mean, I think it's cool that in our circle there's people from a lot of different backgrounds. There's people from professional backgrounds that have their own established careers and want to either switch careers or want to learn programming. There's people like me that have done it as a hobby for a long time. For context, I learned programming in like elementary, middle school, and I just kind of took it on and off as a hobby until I started college. There's people that are completely new to it. There's people that are self-taught, and I think everyone has something that they bring to the table, like
Mhm.
um self-taught learners can teach us how to, well, learn by ourselves. People with established careers can tell us what it's like to work in the industry. Students can help with stress management, time management. So I think it's really interesting that we all have different backgrounds. I think that's really cool.
Yes. Um, like since I don't have any, like I know I don't have any experience, but yet I still think my experiences, I mean, where I'm like my background is does bring value to others because others like there's a lot of other people that are barely trying to switch into this field and beginning just like me, so they could kind of like put themselves in my shoes or just relate to me as I'm like going into my journey.
Yeah, I think it really helps that you're you have the ability to give people that push that they need. I think a lot of people are either as a career or just as a hobby or want to learn about technology, want to learn about programming and computers and cybersecurity, but I guess they don't have anyone to give them that push. They're, I guess, intimidated by the subject matter. So I think it's really cool that people like um, you relate to them. They relate to you as people that don't have previous training,
Yeah.
so they feel like, oh, someone like me can do it. I think that's really cool.
Yes, because like people might think since I that I have no knowledge that have like nothing to bring to the table, but that is true in a sense, but you could also view it in a perspective where uh they could relate to me because I'm a beginner. But um I personally prefer to well, I prefer both perspectives. Like I like to see other beginners' journeys and how they actually made it into the field, and
Yeah.
also like learning from knowledgeable individuals as yourself.
Yeah, I mean, well, thank you. I mean, um, I guess something that is important on your learning journey, and you see someone that's really knowledgeable, maybe a professor or someone in the industry, and you're almost like intimidated. Or I know because I've felt this way. You're like, oh, I feel like I'm not even worthy of talking to this person. I feel like they know way more than me. They're on a completely different level. It's very humbling to know that they were in your place at one point. Everyone is a beginner at one point. And I guess that also like helps shape our perspectives, like to be helpful towards beginners because you were scared too at one point. Or I mean, speaking for myself, and I'm sure it's very common. A lot of people were scared at some point. A lot of people were scared to ask questions or learn from people that know more. So I mean, I think I guess that goes to show that you shouldn't really be looked down on people that are new or that don't know as much as you, because you were probably in that place as well, you know? So I think everyone um has experienced that, either been on either side of the table, I guess.
That's very true. I wonder why people think, like, I wonder why people are scared. They must have had a bad encounter with someone being like an a-hole to them,
Oh yeah.
because like it shouldn't be like that. Like I feel like the majority of the people are like genuine and nice, and they genuinely want to try to help others learn.
Hmm. I
So
think like there's like a few bad apples that have gotten a really bad reputation of being really, I guess, gatekeepers or being like elitist or being like, oh, um, I know more than you, kind of having that really unhelpful attitude. And that's part of what we're trying to do in our organization is open up to people of all like skill levels and making sure no one feels left out, because it's easy to feel left out in this kind of community.
yeah. So you mentioned earlier um, that you started programming as a hobby. So
Mhm.
how did you first get introduced to it?
It was quite literally a coincidence. I was at our public library with my mom, and she told me to wait for her at a table. I was about 10 or 11 over summer break. She told me to wait at the table. And so I got bored and I started flipping through this book, and it happened to be a book on Python. And then I guess
Do that.
the commands, it was like a freak coincidence. It kind of made sense. I checked it out. And then little by little, I would do it for a couple months, abandon it, learn more. I got into it in high school, took AP programming class, AP computer science,
Mm.
joined the computer science UIL team, and I guess just on and off, just learning by myself. And I mean, I didn't really have anyone that I could approach and ask. First of all, because I feel like we're lacking that in our local community. And second of all, I was kind of afraid because um, you're just kind of predisposed to think that everyone's kind of an a-hole. Everyone's going to be mean to you because you're a noob or you're like you're just a beginner. So it's I know what it's like to be in that place.
Yes. Um, that's a crazy story. Like, I wish that happened to me. So I could have got that head start, but no, I also understand like being scared. Not in this field, but um like when I first started lifting in the gym, I was like scared
Mhm.
of being a beginner, so I could kind of relate to that. But that definitely for me was because I experienced like a-holes growing up, so that's why I was scared. Uh, but it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, I feel like there's those people in every community and they're always the loudest people, but I if anyone's really like dedicated to learn about something, it's worth it to, I guess, sift through all of that because you're gonna find some really genuine people that really love what they do and they love it so much that they're just willing to share what they know. And again, I talk from experience. I love programming, I love computer science, I love tech, I love technology, and I love it so much that I want people to learn. I want to teach. I want I want to share it. I don't want to keep it to myself. You know, it's really cool. So I recommend that, and this goes to everything that you just stick around, tough it out, because you'll find some people that have a genuine appreciation for their craft, whatever it may be, and that are willing to teach and to share what they know.
Yes. Hey, teach me or what?
Yeah, I mean, sure. We do, I guess, programming sessions every once in a while. Sometimes it's for studying, sometimes it's for competitions, and that's always my favorite part. Just um getting to go up there and talk about it's almost always Python. Um Last year with our professor, we were solving this Java program for not NCL, National Cyber League, so that was really fun. But yeah, I love talking about Python. Python's my favorite language. I love explaining it. I I am really down to teach anyone. So free lessons.
Nice. Yes, I am. Well, that makes a great combo because you're eager to teach and I'm eager to learn. So, and I'm sure other people in our club want to learn more, like
Mhm.
yeah, some members. And but I understand you're very busy this semester or just like because you have a job right now.
Yeah. I mean, it does keep me busy, but I genuinely do like making time for our organization because I really enjoy it as well. Um, I really enjoy all of our future plans. We have a lot of fun stuff that we're planning. So I'm excited to have a community to share it with.
Nice. Um, so what going back to your like to your past about programming as a hobby, what did you start? Oh wait, you said you started when you were young and then you kind of dropped
Mhm. Yeah, I wasn't consistent with it. I was maybe like I'd pick it up whenever I was bored. But I started with Python. Python is like notoriously good for beginners. Um, I learned it here and there, dropped it, picked it back up, and that was around in middle school. I got more consistent with it in high school because I joined the computer science UIL club, and then I was also taking AP classes, AP computer science. So that helped me be a lot more consistent with it, and then that kind of bridged towards college. So now I kind of have to be consistent with it. So yeah, that's kind of my timeline.
That's very cool that you had a AP class for computer science. The high school that I went to, I was about to reveal it, but that would have been pretty bad because then our our audience could find us, our zero audience as of them as
Yeah.
um
As of right now.
yeah, but maybe like when we do have an audience, like when we get more audience, they'll go back.
Hmm.
But anyways, yeah, and like the high school that I went to was mainly focused on like the magnet was the medicine, so we didn't have
Hmm.
that, but that would have been super nice to have.
Mine was focused on engineering and STEM.
Mm,
So I think that's why we got the computer science AP classes. It was really fun. We learned JavaScript.
mm.
Um, if I'm not mistaken, we also learned yeah, we learned HTML and CSS, which is going really handy because that's what I do at work.
Nice.
So, do you have anything else to add, or do you want to start wrapping up our first episode?
Yeah, I mean, I could go on for ages, but gotta keep it short.
Sure.
Sure as in keep it short, or sure as in talk for ages?
Oh, sure, as in, well, both, I guess. I mean, I also love talking about it, but also like a 5 hour first episode.
That's true. Yeah, so that was our introductory episode, and
Yeah, that just a little introduction about ourselves, our backgrounds, our history, our education. So you guys get to know us better and have a little bit of context when we start getting into some more topics.
yes, I'm looking forward to our future conversations.
Yeah, me too. Let's see what we cover next time.
So, you want to start end it off?
Sure. And well, I'm Ellie,
And I'm Marco.
and thanks for tuning into our podcast.
Thank you. See you next time.
Thank you. See you guys. Bye.